Watch and burn.
Hey everyone, so tonight I wanted to discuss the Prodigy's newest full-length. This was released Wow, I really like this movie. Okay, I got completely off base there. Hey everyone, so tonight I want to discuss the Prodigy's newest album, and that is No Tourists. Now at this point, this has been released a few years back, and as a result of Keith Flint dying, everything sort of up in the air as to whether or not they're going to release the next full length in any sort of timely fashion. I know that they had a post on, I think it was Instagram, a little ways back from today's date, which is mid-April 2022, where they said that new Prodigy tunes were going to roll. So I think they are moving forward, of course, which is really good because after No Tourists, this record was amazing. It's exciting to think where they're going to end up going next because, I know a lot of people felt like The Day Is My Enemy wasn't necessarily the best, but I loved that record. And I know that, actually, pretty much everybody, now that come to think of it, nobody had a lot of good things to say either about Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned either. But I love that record too, so I'm not sure. I really liked Invaders Must Die as well. But I know that people are sort of divided on their newer releases, but I love them. And this record is certainly no exception. For a band that's been around for pretty much 3 decades now, like the Prodigy, pretty much 3 full decades now, like the Prodigy have, and for them to still be releasing material that sounds this vital and this current and this big, it really says something in regards to their testament as songwriters. And I don't know, this record was perfect sounding. It was, in a way, kind of unsurprising. It's what I love about the new Prodigy, because personally, I prefer their new sound over their older sound. Now, I know Jilted Generation and The Experience and Fat of the Land are sort of like their untouchable masterpieces, especially the Jilted Generation. And I love that record as well. Voodoo People's on there. But I would say, as of Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned, with tracks like Spitfire and Forward, there's something that's so big and all-encompassing about their level of production that it's just, I don't know. I kind of feel the same way about the Prodigy as I do about Rancid, where I like their newer stuff over their older stuff. And I know that people are sort of divided on that as well when it comes to Rancid too. But I don't know, this record was great. Need Someone's on here, Light Up the Sky's on here, the title track's on here. And I do have to say, there wasn't a single song on this record where I felt like, does this thing end? Every single song felt necessary. Every single song was exciting, and it really brought something fresh and I was going to say exciting again, but I can't use that word twice this quickly because it sounds redundant. Basically, what I'm getting at is that despite the fact that they've been around for 3 decades, they still sound just as important and as needed as they ever have. And I love that. Now, I know right now things are a little weird in the music industry because traditionally there's younger bands from every type of music to replace the older bands like the Prodigy, and usually older bands that have been around as long as the Prodigy. Usually their tank has long since run dry, and they're releasing music that isn't necessarily the greatest, and it isn't uniting the fan base the way it used to. But seeing as how things are sort of in a vacuum right now, and there are no younger bands to sort of take their places, it's nice to see that bands that have been around as long as the Prodigy are still capable of writing music that sounds this absolutely essential this late in their career. It really makes me think that their next record's going to be amazing, and assuming they continue to make records, that they're going to stay amazing, despite the fact that I know that their newer music has divided their fan base pretty much consistently since, like I said, the early 2000s with Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned. I loved everything about this. I love the design of the vinyl. I love the color of... I have the colored vinyl. I don't know if there were other versions of this or not. I don't know if there's a standard black version. But I have the colored vinyl. And that's because I'm so fucking self-important that I had to show everyone, because I shouldn't have done that, actually, because showing the color of the vinyl has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on the quality of the music. Sometimes, the more they dress up the release, physically speaking, it's because they're trying to hide the fact that the music sucks. And that's not the case here. This record is absolutely essential. It's the Prodigy, still, in my opinion, at the top of their game, despite the fact having been around for as long as they have. And it keeps me really interested and really excited to think what they're going to come out with next. God knows when that'll be. Could be tomorrow, could be 5 years from now. But we know something is going to happen. And yeah. So I'm going to go. So thank you so much for sitting with me while I discuss the Prodigy's newest record, No Tourists. If you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. And I will see you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe. And we will see you guys really soon.